Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we have some more information from the DevBlog concerning the German destroyer split, the upcoming German tech tree destroyer split that is, and changes to a few other test ships, some highly anticipated test ships as well. So we're going to go ahead and read through this. If you want to read along as I read aloud, go check out the link in the description down below. That will take you straight to the Warships development blog page, so go ahead and check that out if you wish to see what I am reading. I will also post any relevant artwork or graphics up on screen, although it doesn't look like these, no, these two don't have any, so no pictures for us. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Again, I'm going to read it word for word, stop every now and then, give you guys my 2 cents, and then continue. We adjusted the parameters of some ships based on testing results. The changes will be applied to German destroyers,
Huga,
that ship, the Agnicore, and Vampire Dose. So here we go. I know it's the Vampire 2, I'm just being funny and saying Vampire Dose. Alright, so here we go. The Tier 7 German destroyer, the Z-31, removed the hydroacoustic search consumable, added the smoke generator consumable. The angle at which the check for ricochets is made for AP shells increased from 45 to 60 degrees. Oh boy. Guaranteed ricochet angles for AP shells increased from 60 to 67.5 degrees. I see where this is going. The Tier 8 German DD, the Gustav Julius Maker, removed DFAA and hydroacoustic search consumables, added the smoke generator consumable. Deck armor thickness increased from 19 to 25 millimeters. The angle at which checks for ricochets is made for AP shells increased from 45 to 60 degrees. Guaranteed ricochet angles for AP shells increased from 60 to 67.5 degrees. I'm noticing a theme here. The Tier 9 German DD, the Felix Schultz. Torpedo tube reload time reduced from 120 to 90 seconds. Removed the hydroacoustic search consumable. Added the smoke generator consumable. Deck armor thickness increased from 19 to 25 millimeters. The Tier 10 German DD, the Elbing, removed the hydroacoustic search consumable, added the smoke generator consumable. Hydroacoustic search is most useful for destroyers when fighting other destroyers for caps. This is very true. However, this is not a primary goal for the new German destroyers. Instead of hydroacoustic search, we added a smoke generator, which will increase their survivability and allow them to effectively use one of their main features, their powerful main battery guns. Alright, so this is an absolutely massive buff to these German DDs. And if you don't know what these German DDs are, you might be thinking, well, God, they're losing their hydro. That's a German thing, isn't it? Yes, it is, but this is a split in the German DD tech tree. These are very different. These DDs are more like small light cruisers, or like supersized destroyers, but they really are described best as small cruisers. Their AP shells are quite good. You can go check out my previous video talking about the German DD split if you want to see an in-depth breakdown of their stats and stuff. And the dispersion on their guns is literally like 50 meters. Like, that's it. And even by DD standards, that is absolute god-tier accuracy out of the guns. So, yes, these AP shells are made to punch the crap out of light cruisers, well, cruisers in general, to be honest, now with these freaking pin angles, too. And their HE is definitely not that good, and their fire rate isn't that great as well. They're made to basically, walk up to and punch cruisers in the face. So, yeah, huge buffs, especially with the Gustav getting its deck armor buffed and the Felix as well. And the smoke generator is going to be a godsend for these DDs. They're very large. They aren't incredibly fast, not incredibly slow either. But again, they're more along the lines of small light cruisers. Or, small light cruisers is the best way to describe them. So, yeah, they are... they're going to be something now. They didn't have smokescreen before, so they didn't really have the best survivability in all. So, yeah, this is a very, very, very good change for these DDs. But... again, we'll see what comes up in testing and what changes they make next to these DDs. Alright, moving on. So, the Tier 9 Premium German DD, this is what the next Dockyard event is going to be about. The ZF6. Main battery reload time reduced from 5 to 4 seconds, and the torpedo tubes reload time reduced from 120 to 90 seconds. Alright. So, the Tier 7 Japanese battleship.
Huga,
Main battery firing range reduced from 21 to 20.3 kilometers. Detectability range by sea increased from 15.84 to 16.84 kilometers. So they took away a kilometer of her range and added in a kilometer to her detection range. So, okay then. Interesting. Again, we'll see what happens with this ship. Alright, the Tier 5 British battleship.
Agincourt.
AP shell parameters were changed. Maximum damage reduced from 8,800 to 8,100. Fuse arming time increased from... Oh, I see what they're doing. Increased from 0.015 to 0.033 seconds. Armor penetration reduced. Huh. That's... HE shell parameters were changed. Chance of causing a fire reduced from 32 to 31%. Ballistics were changed. Now shells will spend more time in the air before hitting the target, and the trajectory became more arcing. Increased accuracy of secondary battery. It's now similar parameters to the Massachusetts at Tier 5. This ship just got a lot more interesting for me. Alright, so what I thought at first, they increased the arming time for the fuses. So I thought, okay, they're going for kind of like what they did with the Hood. When she first came out, she had that short fuse time, British BB AP, and then they kind of switched it to where she had a longer fuse time, and her AP nowadays is much better at penetrating battleship armor. But then they went ahead and knocked 700 damage off of her shells, and then they reduced her armor penetration. So, they might have done this because they said her trajectory is now more arcing. I don't know if it's like American BB arcing to where you get those great plunging fire arcs, and maybe they reduced it so you can't be citadeling the crap out of stuff at Tier 5 through their deck armor. Maybe, but we'll see. Alright, Vampire 2. Crawling smoke generator reload time reduced from 160 to 120 seconds. Main battery reload time reduced from 3.5 to 2.3 seconds. Are you trying to recreate Smallland here, Wargaming? Vampire already had, like, amazing DPM, but now it has even better DPM. That's almost a full second shaved off of its reload time. So it's looking like Vampire 2 might be the new king of the DDs when she comes out. And, of course, please note that all information in the development blog is preliminary. Announced adjustments and features may change multiple times during testing. The final information will be published on our game's website. Okay, so all these ships just got straight up buffs. I mean, well, except for the Japanese battleship, though. Yeah. But, yeah, so some pretty positive changes here. The Agincourt, that one's going to be very interesting. A Tier 5 battleship with Massachusetts levels of accuracy on its secondaries. That's so a secondary British battleship. Huh. I'm really excited for this one now. Alright, next one. So, changes to test ships and Lepanto. We adjusted the parameters of some ships based on testing results. The changes will be applied to Italian battleships, German destroyer, Maker, however you say it, and the Emiliman. So, the Gustav, which is the Tier 8 German Techline split DD, the HP of the researchable hull has been reduced from 25,000 to 22,300. Ow. Maximilian added the upgrade Torpedo Bombers Modification 1. Lepanto, which is actually out right now, viewing range increased from 25.3 to 28.3 kilometers. And Cristoforo Colombo, viewing range increased from 26.4 to 29.4 kilometers. So that's interesting. So the Gustav got a nerf to its hull hit points. The Emiliman's getting the Torpedo Bombers modification, which, okay. And the Lepanto and the Cristoforo, interesting. So their viewing range, which it's the range at which ships will render for you. I'm guessing since their range was so short, it was only at 25 kilometers and 26 kilometers respectively. And if you do go back and look at my Lepanto videos, there's times when like you can see on the minimap that ships are spotted, and I'm looking right at them, but because of the viewing range, I can't see them. They're not rendered in yet, and they're well out of my firing range. I'm guessing they might have increased it because of Sansonetti's skills. Players were able to get the firing range out to those ranges, and they couldn't see anything because the ships weren't rendering in just yet because of the viewing range limitation. I would have to guess that's why, because it's not like you're going to want to be shooting at these ranges with the accuracy of the Italian battleships. That's something you would definitely not want. You're not going to want to do, because you're not going to hit anything at 28 kilometers with the Lepanto or 29 kilometers with the Colombo. I can promise you that. So yeah, that's it for the second one. Pretty short one just there. And again, please note all information, yada yada yada. Alright, so quite a few buffs to the German DDs, and I'm sure many players are now more interested in the German DDs than before. And some other small changes to the rest of the test ships. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 25,000 subs. Just passed 22,900 yesterday, actually, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.